Hi guys. So today I'm gonna be showing you guys how I make my Eforiro. I usually make Eforiro. I've made it quite a number of times and I have never actually made it this way. There's somebody who I would normally order Eforiro from because I feel like she makes the absolute best efforts ever. But I said to myself, come on, I mean, you can do this, you've got this. And I tried to replicate her style or her type of Eforiro, and I think I did do a good job. And I said, oh, it would be nice for me to share it with you all. So first and first, I put my oil in a pot. So I was cooking for my family, so it was a large cooking. So this is a big pot. Apologies, I don't have measurements. I mean, my methods are a bit old school. So I just gauge, I just cook and add and taste along as I'm cooking, and I don't have measurements. So I put my oil in a pot and then I let that heat up for a while. I didn't bleach the oil. This is F4, guys, so I didn't bleach it. I just let the oil heat up for a while. Then I added my pepper mix. So in the pepper mix was some fresh tomatoes, some bell peppers, some pointed peppers, which is what we call Tatashe, I believe, some Scotch bonnet, onions. I did a rough blend of all of these vegetables that I just mentioned, and I added that into my oil and I let that cook for a bit. I went off to make sure that my iru was nice and cleaned and washed and everything, and then I introduced the iru to the cooking. So if you don't know what iru is, it's locust. Is it locust beans? I think that's what it's called in English. Locust beans. So you can omit this step, but personally, I just really enjoy the taste and the aroma and everything that gives dishes that you add that to. So I added the roux and then stirred it for a little bit and then covered it to steam for a while. All the proteins that was added to this pot, I'm so sorry I did not show you guys the process of prepping them. Now before I cook, I like to prep my proteins in advance, so I prep them like a day before. So I already had what's going in the pot now is some cow food and some cow food and some stockfish. So I had done that in advance. I think I did that a day before. I literally just boiled these cow food. So I boiled with salt, beef seasoning, some thyme, mixed herbs, and a little bit of chili, onion, garlic, and ginger. So I just boiled that and cut them up and then put them aside in the fridge for when I was ready to make the soup. So in there I've added some of the proteins that I will be using. So I'm just introducing the Shaki now and some beef. So like I said, apologies again, I did not show the process of making this, but that's because I made it a day before. Whenever I'm cooking, I like to prep some of the things like in advance so that it makes my life a little bit much easier. What I'm adding now is some smoked turkey. So all I did to this turkey was just wash it and grill it. That was literally all that there was to do to the smoked turkey. So this is the smoked turkey wings. All I did, like I said, I just washed it and grilled it, and I added that. So in that soup, I've got cow foods, which is what we call bokoto. I have some beef. I have shaki. I have stockfish in there, and and what else? I missed anything? I'm not sure. So I'm just seasoning now. Added a bit of beef seasoning and some salt. I'm also adding crayfish, in case you're wondering what's this that I'm sprinkling in now. So that's crayfish. I think these are the three major spices that I added to the soup. So start adding more crayfish. I mean, you can do no harm with crayfish in your Nigerian soups. Like I said, I don't have measurements for any of these things. My method's a bit old school, but yeah, it works all the time. So I just add in bits and I taste as I get on. And if there's any need to add more salt or more Maggi, or not Maggi, like seasoning, yeah, if there's any need to add more, then yeah, why not? I add more. But if there's no need, then bingo, yeah. So I've just covered it up and let it steam for a bit, and yeah, you can see the oil has already is settling at the top. So that tells me that the tomato base is already cooked and, you know, ready for the vegetable to get drenched in it. So that is my spinach. I'm using spinach today. So this spinach, this is not how it was in a bag, and it was definitely not looking like this. I blanched it first. So what I did was added, you know, washed the spinach, put it in a big bowl, and then I added boiling water to the spinach, and then I left it for like two to 3 minutes and squeezed it out, like drained all the water from the spinach, and then I just added it to the pot, stirred it. I mean, because I blanched it with hot water, so which means it had cooked for a little bit, so I didn't have to cook it for long. When I introduced it to the pot, I just added it to the pot, stirred it for a bit, and then there you go. That is it. It was amazing. Trust me, guys, you should definitely try this. I'll be reading comments in case you have any questions or like you're confused. Apologies for those that like loves to stick to measurements. Like never stick to measurements for anything. I just like my methods are a bit old school, but like I said, they work all the time. Let me know if you guys are gonna try it. I'll see you in my next video. Ciao.